All right, everyone, buckle up because today we're diving headfirst into the world of matrices.
Matrices.
Yeah, matrices. I know it sounds a little dry, like something out of a high school math textbook, which it is, but trust me, the stuff you sent in on this is seriously cool.
It really is, yeah.
See, most people, they hit matrices in school and that's it, case closed.
Mm.
But we're going deeper. We're going to uncover how these things are actually like the nuts and bolts holding our digital world together.
That's a great way to put it. They really are.
So before we get ahead of ourselves, let's do a quick level set. What exactly is a matrix anyway?
Well, at its simplest, a matrix is just a way of organizing information. You've got numbers or, sometimes symbols arranged in rows and columns. Think of it like a spreadsheet.
Okay, I'm with you so far, like a spreadsheet.
Yeah. Right, exactly. But here's where the magic happens. Matrices let us DO stuff with that information, with special operations like matrix multiplication, which sounds scary, but really it's just a way of combining all those numbers in meaningful ways.
So it's not just organizing data, it's like a way to manipulate it too.
Precisely. And that manipulation, my friend, is where things get really interesting really fast. Have you ever, stopped to think about how video games create those crazy, realistic 3D graphics?
I mean, I've always just accepted it as magic. Or really powerful computers, maybe.
Well, it's matrices, plain and simple. Those 3D models you see on screen, they're essentially just collections of points in space, and matrices are what let us manipulate those points. We're talking rotating them, scaling them up or down, even making them move around like little digital puppets, all thanks to, you guessed it, matrices.
Okay, see, this is why I love doing these deep dives. I had no idea.
It's incredible, right? It's like matrices are the secret language behind all the cool visual stuff we take for granted.
Seriously. So we've gone from spreadsheets to video games. What else are these mathematical masterminds up to?
All right, well, let's talk music.
Yeah.
How about when Spotify seems to read your mind and recommend the perfect song? Ever wonder about that?
Okay, that IS, kind of creepy, but yeah, my Discover Weekly is usually pretty spot on. It's impressive, but kind of freaky at the same time.
Well, it's not magic, it's matrices at work,
Mm.
specifically in data science and machine learning.
Get out.
Yep. They're analyzing your listening habits along with millions of other users to try and predict what you'll enjoy. It's all about spotting patterns, you see.
So no way it's just a coincidence. It's really all about some really, really advanced math.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It all boils down to something called linear regression. It's a way to see how different factors, like, the artists you listen to or the genres you prefer, relate to each other. And then, well, once you've got those relationships figured out, you can use them to make some pretty accurate guesses about what you might like next. And guess what?
Yeah.
Matrices are the engines that power those calculations.
Man, I knew there had to be a reason I could never wrap my head around matrices in school.
Uh-huh.
But seriously, this is blowing my mind. So we're not just talking about numbers on a page here. We're talking about a tool that can actually, make sense of really complex systems.
Exactly. Whether it's creating those immersive video game environments or sifting through mountains of data, matrices give us a way to find order in chaos. And you know what? It doesn't stop there. Matrices are just as crucial in other fields like, engineering and physics, for example.
Whoa, okay, like what? Hit me with an example.
Okay, so let's say you're designing a bridge. Big responsibility, right?
Huge.
You got to make sure it can handle all sorts of forces and stresses. So what do? You use matrices. Engineers use them to represent those forces as numbers, and then they can use all sorts of fancy equations to actually make sure that bridge isn't going to crumble under pressure.
So matrices are keeping me from taking an unexpected swim on my way to work. Pretty impressive.
Pretty impressive indeed. Or how about electrical circuits? The intricate webs of components that make our gadgets go beep and boop. Matrices are essential for understanding how electricity flows through those intricate systems. Without them, designing these circuits would be, well, let's just say a whole lot more complicated.
Man, I'm starting to think matrices are like the unsung heroes of, well, everything. They're the silent force making our world tick.
That's a fantastic way to think about it, because they really are. Sure, the math behind them might seem a little intimidating at first, but at their heart, matrices are tools that help us make sense of complexity. They help us solve problems. And honestly, they even open up whole new worlds of possibilities that we wouldn't even dream of without them.
It's like a new lens to see the world through.
Yeah.
So basically what you're saying is even if I never, ever have to think about matrices again, they're still out there working their magic behind the scenes, making my life easier, more entertaining, and who knows, maybe a little bit safer too.
Exactly. The next time you open your phone, watch a movie with crazy special effects, or even cross a bridge. Think about it.
Yeah.
You've got matrices to thank for it.
Matrices. They're not just for math class anymore, folks. All right, a huge thank you to our expert for taking us on this mind-bending journey. Until next time, everyone, keep those curiosity gears turning.